What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is SuperAfim. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Gaia. His name is Kvoth. Kvoth looking to keep the 100% win streak Gaia alive here. He is on his qualifying life. The last game, or the last life in this qualifier. Obviously, if he does end up losing this game or the next game, he will still have the opportunity to play, or he will still be participating in Challengers League, which will, that'll be an exciting thing to see. I mean, here's the deal. Challengers League, Champions League. Yes, Champions League is the top league, but Challengers League this season is ridiculously strong. Every single group has got like 1,900 plus players in it, which is ridiculous to say. Like everyone's so obscenely good. So I'm excited to see I'm just excited to see how Challengers League is going to go, as I am to see how Champions League is going to go. But I'm also excited to see what Kvoth is going to bring in this game against SuperAfim, and what SuperAfim has got planned for Kvoth. Kvoth has come at this series from a really, really different angle. Generally speaking, players, when they play in these types of tournaments with no god restrictions, what they do is they'll just play their main, and they'll just make their main work, because that's what they know they're best. But Kvoth in this series, he's picked Uranus, he's picked Isis, he's picked Gaia. I'm surprised we didn't see a Hades, in all honesty, but he's gone in with Gaia yet again on Oasis. We'll see how it's going to go, what his plan is going to be. I would be surprised to see anything other than a fast second town center here from Kvoth, whether he goes for it in the Archaic Age or in the Classical Age will remain to be seen. But the thing here is, I've played Kvoth basically on Oasis before. I'm pretty sure we played on Oasis before, but basically on this type of a map before. And it felt utterly hopeless. Kvoth isn't going to care about losing this Oracle. He doesn't care. This isn't a big deal for him. It's not like he's Uranus. He gets the kill. That's always cute. The granary snipe on the Oracle there. It will be slowing down the goat finding shenanigans, and also stopping any sort of goat steals that come in through this way. But for the most part here, Kvoth is going to claim every single one of the goats on the map, because Ra doesn't scout. And that's how it works. So yeah, every time I've played Kvoth's Gaia with Ra, I've been destroyed. That probably says more about how bad my Ra is rather than the Gaia. But nonetheless, we will be seeing... That's a surprise. Town Center coming up for Kvoth, and SuperAfim is making his way over onto monkeys in the Archaic Age as Ra. Monkeys. Oh God, SuperAfim. Yeah, monkeys are a disastrous unit, because you need, I believe it's 6 arrows to hit to kill the monkey. So killing the monkey close to the granary is like next to impossible. Kvoth is going to have every advantage he wants here in this game. SuperAfim is going to be so absurdly far behind. He's only got one goat here. He's eating his chicken. He probably shouldn't have eaten this goat and just jumped everyone onto chickens there. He's going to, oh God, I thought, okay, it's 5 arrows. 5 arrows kills a monkey. Not 6, 5 arrows. 5 arrows kill a monkey. Okay, Town Center coming up for Kvoth. Kvoth just about to click advance here. He's just about to get that Templar. Look at this build order. 445. Clean advance here from Kvoth. Going up through Leto. He's advancing at basically the same time that SuperAfim is advancing. Plus, he's going to have a Town Center. This is absolutely insane here for Kvoth. He's got such a big advantage here. So much so that one option he could do, and this might be troll. It might be troll, but I'm going to say it. He can send a citizen forward and just drop a granary down here. He's got the time to do it. He could send this citizen forward, drop a manor or drop an economic guild down on this town center and deny the town center for basically the game, because you'll be able to drop the granary, you'll be able to drop down a barracks down as the villagers shank this down. You'll start having Murmillo and or those beautiful automatons walking across the map and dealing with this. We do see the Oracle over here checking this one out, and obviously SuperAfim is going to be wanting to get this town center up. So we do see the citizen coming. It's a little bit late. Can he get this up or not in time is the big question. He is going for it as the citizen wanders forward. Will he be able to get it up or not is the big question. He's dropping that economic guild up as fast as he possibly can. Pharaoh gets pulled off. Citizen getting attacked here as the citizen is going down. It will be getting big. He's not going to get it up in time. He's not going to finish it. The town center is going to be getting up there. Kvoth loses a citizen. Disaster strikes for Kvoth's early game there as he wanted to deny that town center, and he's just not able to get that happening. He does lose a citizen. It's not the end of the game, but that is a big win there for SuperAfim. The Pharaoh, the villagers on the right side over here to make their way over here. No wall segment to block the citizen in. He could have put wall segments up around the citizen there to get that economic guild up, but he just did not think about it in time there. SuperAfim drops his farms, get the spider eggs going down. Third town center coming up for Kvoth as well. Obviously, he wants to get that economy going as best as he possibly can, as the wall's going to be coming up on this location here. It's a very late second town center for SuperAfim. And look at the food economy here. It's just so low. He's not able to produce villagers from both those town centers here. It's an absolute nightmare of an early game here for SuperAfim. And this is one of the problems for Ra. This is one of the problems for Ra that Ra players need to be aware of and need to know how to play around. And SuperAfim is just having a very difficult time here. We'll see how it's all going to go. Walls coming down for Kvoth very early here. Economic upgrades here for Kvoth. He's got himself husbandry. He's getting himself channels over here as well. He does manage to throw the economic guild down on this position here as well. Wouldn't mind seeing more military buildings coming up on, say, this gold mine over here. Obviously, SuperAfim is going to have a gold mine here that he can grab at some point. As the automaton's starting to move across the map here. More buildings getting thrown up. SuperAfim does drop his rain down. 6 farms here. 12 farms here. A very small amount of farms for a 7-minute, 55-second rain. You'd have to be saying here, as the gold mine here, he's got 1,300 gold left. He will be moving over onto this gold mine. It's relatively safe with the town center here, but Kvoth will be sneaky. He's easily going to be able to move around here and raid if he so chooses. The forest here is not in an ideal location for SuperAfim either, as the town center for Kvoth just about to pop up. We do see military barracks getting thrown down here for Kvoth as well, making sure he's got a good eye on this to stop this from being grabbed anytime soon here. We'll see how things are all going to result as we've got the villagers starting to move forward into the center of the map. Kvoth's building placement here in this game is very nice. SuperAfim will be advancing to the heroic age though. He's about, wait, does he have an armor? Yes, he does. And he is going up through Hathor again. So he doesn't like the segment style, which other Egyptian players have been trying to push in this kind of Egyptian versus Atlantean matchup. No scarabs, no easy defense against the Tartarian gate. And I wonder if Kvoth is going to be able to kind of recognize this or not, as the Spearman raids starting to come through. Spearmen do have a speed bonus here, or not a speed bonus, but they do run faster than anything that the Gaia player can make in the classical age. Apart from maybe the Terma, which runs at the same speed. Just see more military barracks coming. I love this building placement here. It's going to be really tough here for SuperAfim to get anything going in this game. And not only that, look at this. Just grabbing the hunt away just to add insult to injury in this corner. But the Spearmen, they might find this villager over here. They might find this. She is in the middle of nowhere. And those spearmen are, but there is an automaton over here, so it's completely fine. As another spider egg getting dropped down here as well. As we do see that the heroic age has been hit. Walls are up for SuperAfim. I think SuperAfim has to realize that this game is going long. There is no way this game is going to be a short game here. As the Migdol Stronghold comes up, there is still shifting sands remaining. You could technically hit some sort of a timing attack here. We'll have to wait and see. As we've got Murmillo coming out on all fronts here. As the military buildings still trying to get up on this position. Looks like Kvoth is not going to be able to push through here. He's at 106, 125 population. Again, Gaia doesn't really want to play with the Egyptian player until the heroic age. So we do see the raids coming in on the back over here, going to be breaking down this wall, starting to put pressure onto that gold mine. It's the only gold mine which SuperAfim has. As the priest coming through onto this position here, Kvoth needs to pay attention. He doesn't want to lose these water automatons here. The Murmillo can easily come and take out that priest over there. As we do see shifting sands getting dropped down yet again, using shifting sands onto just random villages. This just doesn't do anything. Yes, it's going to slow down the gold income for Kvoth for a little bit, but it's just not really that worth it. But is this going to be a shifting sands? Where are you going with the rock? What's the plan here? The spearmen trying to make it through over here. They're not going to be able to. Looks like that one automaton does get sniped down. Kvoth's going to be trying to rebuild this one. Looks like the rock coming through. Skin of the Rhino is on the way. And this is a very, very all-in play here. There's no siege here for SuperAfim. He is looking desperately in onto this location, and he does click the shifting sands position onto this. The Skin of the Rhino is in. Thea's coming through, not in that town center. The citizens are going to be retreating away. Murmillo over here, not in position. Kvoth's army going to have to retreat back. Now, you still have to get the town center up here. Now, SuperAfim doesn't even have the food at this point to get the town center up, and he has to wait for this town center to get his Gaia Lush to go away here, basically. And we will be seeing a Migdol Stronghold getting dropped down in this position. They are just about to pop up. Watchtowers coming down. I mean, there's a citizen over here that can grab this back town center to boot here. So Kvoth is still going to be able to have 140 population. Where's this citizen going here? Is this trying to sneak through, trying to get over here and drop a potential granary or something onto this position here to cause some problems? As you do see the units pushing through, going to try and break down this gate. The villagers over here need to potentially throw up a fort, a palace here as soon as they possibly can. As, I mean, Kvoth's got plenty of gold in the bank. He needs wood here, and he needs some sort of defense. As the villagers just hanging out in this corner here, just putting up a siege works as well. I mean, the citizen can kind of just walk through up this way and be okay as well, but Kvoth in a little bit of a problem here, as the army is just very, very strong here for SuperAfim. The priest here, he needs to somehow kill off that pharaoh. It's going to be completely destroying his warrior automaton army, which is the big help for him at this point, as the citizen's going to be making a break for it now. Straight through here, he's got the Contarius coming in. We do see some raids coming in onto this position over here, as well as the mana getting sniped down on this position. The citizen sitting idle over there as the spider lair does get dropped down. The citizen will be able to retreat there as the town center does come up. Kvoth has got a lot of idle units over here. Just come in and start taking down the houses or something. Use those units there if you can, but he's just not able to. As, I mean, still, SuperAfim, 58 villages, right? But look at this. He's got 17. Is that all of it? 17 villages on this position, not doing anything. So while Kvoth has had a lot of idle time himself, so too has SuperAfim. As we see a siege works coming up on this position, there is a sneaky villager still waiting over here to drop some sort of a military building here. He can sneak around here and attempt to get that up to cause some problems there. As Kvoth gets his town center up, maybe some more military buildings down here just to make sure that no random siege shenanigans comes through. As the settlement does come in, the citizen will get caught. That is not an economic guild that's going to be going up anytime soon. Now, the thing is here, Kvoth, he doesn't need to defend this right now. He could just simply push through here if he had some siege or had some destroyers or something like that. Or he can just simply push through. He's got his units coming in. Has he pulled them all back? A couple of units sitting idle over here. He still needs to get himself medium infantry and everything else coming through, not spending the resources as best as he might like here. As the town center is about to come up. And now the game is getting pushed into a very, very peculiar position here. SuperAfim has kind of cut Kvoth off from his own base here. He's got 3 town centers, but he's got no economy here. I mean, he's got 65 villages, and he does have all the Gaia forests here, actually. So those villages are going to be very, very useful, making them some mercenary cavalry onto this position, as well as the Arcus trying to pull in here, trying to snipe down the Pharaoh, trying to snipe down that Patsukos over there to boot, sitting underneath that Migdol stronghold here as the mercenary cavalry getting some good damage done. Kvoth still has got idle military units all over the place here. He's not moving those at this point. He's completely forgotten about them. If they were in this position here, we would easily be able to take these fights, but he's just not able to do so at this point as the siege tower is starting to roll in here. We will be seeing Kvoth's speedy channels, villages coming through here immediately to start shanking down, but so too is SuperAfim managing to snipe those out here as finally the units starting to come through, medium infantry coming through as well for Kvoth. Units sitting over here as they try to defend this, trying to snipe down the villages on this position as the elephants coming through here as well. We'll see if Kvoth can hold in this position. If SuperAfim can clean this up, he will be able to get a Hesperidge tree to boot here as the Citizen come through in waves here. 4 Citizen coming in to start shanking down these siege towers. They will be able to pick them off so absurdly fast here. 1 Citizen falls, more siege towers rolling in over here as what else is happening on the map. It looks like Kvoth is in full scramble mode, full try and defend, trying to repair this one back up as he's sitting at 134 of 145 population here. His farm's kind of set into a problem situation here as well. Does he have himself masons? No masons in either as the elephant's taking this town center down, trying to repair it up as best as he possibly can as it looks like the town center will be falling. Ladies and gentlemen, the SuperAfim is still pushing. He's sitting at 130, 120 of 145 population here. Actually, he's not able to support his population here. He's sitting underneath the town center fire, spamming mercenaries in here, sending everything he possibly can at this point. Kvoth will not be resigning in this position. There is no way he feels like he needs to resign here. He is going to continue to try and defend this. He's continuing to take villages out on this gold mine. He knows he's dealing damage to SuperAfim. He knows SuperAfim's economy is hurting right now after that shifting sands play. He's still in a perfectly fine position if he can get this town center back up, but he's hurting on the resources. He's hurting on the food, and he's going to try and get this up. Does he have a market up anywhere on the map to do any trading? He's got so much gold in the bank. As look at that, he's got Kvoth here, 9 Citizen to rebuild this town center at this point. As the Arcus trying to push through here, as these Arcus pulling back, we will be seeing the cavalry coming in onto this position. But look at SuperAfim's economy. He's at 80 villages, but he's not able to support the full population. He is spread thin here as he can't produce units to push through this position just yet and defend, as he is just not able to do so. But because of the units that are in here, I guess it's now, I mean, will we see any attempt at an Arcus raid on this gold mine? Surely Kvoth realizes that there has to be another gold mine going on somewhere in this game, but I think pulling back here, defending this has to be the option, as we do see Kvoth gets himself back out a whole bunch of these dryads. Look at the resources now for SuperAfim. He is going for the Mythic Age, ladies and gentlemen. 23 Citizen only for Kvoth. He's hurting right now, actually, in terms of economy. He's still pumping everything he possibly can out as the units spreading around. Going to be looking for some more raids here. You've got to be getting those Arcus into the fight here. It doesn't matter if they're going to be taking arrow fire at all, as we do see a cheeky cavalry here trying to cause some problems, but not going to be able to do all too much. And while this is going on, Horus is coming through now for SuperAfim. Kvoth still doesn't have masons, but he is throwing military buildings all up around this town center. It might be enough to hold off here, as we do see the villagers getting sniped down. More units going to be coming through for Kvoth to start harassing that gold mine over here, as the walls are going to be getting shot up. But I imagine Kvoth's going to be able to put a stop to that. More units coming through, but there's still no siege here. He still can't take out this Migdol stronghold. He's just sitting here being ridiculously strong at this point. Copper shields coming through for Kvoth to try and hold on. We do see a destroyer kind of side attack starting here for Kvoth to boot, as there's nothing in the main base here for SuperAfim. We have to remember that. SuperAfim is spread so thin. Raids coming in onto this gold mine. This has been something that Kvoth has been doing so well for this entire series. But without Masons, I'm not sure this town center is going to come up. There is a world where potentially throwing down a Hesperid's tree on the front or on the side, maybe deleting this watchtower and throw another Hesperid's tree here might prevent an easy tornado from getting, a good tornado from getting put up. We do see the villagers now moving over onto this gold mine as all of these villagers get cleaned up. Now we see the units coming over here to try and take those ones out as SuperAfim knows he needs to get that sorted out. We do have a trade route started somewhere here for SuperAfim to boot. As the units coming through to raid these villages as best as they possibly can. There's the tornado getting shot in here. Still no masons. Fortified town centers on the way, but it is too little, too late. All the buildings get cleaned up there for Kvoth. And we also see SuperAfim attempting to make a dart for the Hesperid's tree. Will he be able to get that for himself? Yes, he will, but will he be able to do anything with it is the big question. Kvoth, now 137 to 110 population, going to be retreating back here as the village is going to be able to get all of that gold. Also starting the Dryads to boot here as Kvoth sends his own citizen in here to try and claim this back as he knows he can't be allowing that to go up. Palace coming down now for Kvoth as the Destroyer not able to do anything over here. Kvoth needs to get his town center back up. He's sitting at 130 of 130 population. The catapult coming through here to boot here for SuperAfim as he is in a commanding position in this game as the spearman coming through. He's got a gold mine. We do see the units taking this out. The Avenger is getting taken down here by a Kontarius, chasing that one down as best as it possibly can as Kvoth trying to distract as best as he possibly can. Push SuperAfim around on the map. Stop everything from happening so he can get his town center back up. It's going to be a very tough game ahead of him for Kvoth here. He's got a very big mountain to climb here, ladies and gentlemen. He's still making these medium destroyer kind of side builds as he's trying to get himself the food and all the resources to make this work. As a catapult coming in onto this position, he's going to have to somehow manage to stop that there as the units pushing through here. We do see the army coming back in to snipe down the villagers yet again. This is a really big raid onto SuperAfim's economy here as SuperAfim's gold. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank though. Right now, Kvoth is just killing villagers. He's not killed like a single military unit in quite some time here as the catapult is in. All SuperAfim needs to do is put up a wall here and things are going to be very tough for Kvoth to get that town center back as the village is going to be getting pulled back over here. We do see the Arcus coming in onto this position to raid this gold mine. There is a Pharaoh over here that is going to be getting targeted down straight away, I assume, but SuperAfim gets the shanking happening from this get-go as the Destroyers trying to take down the house on the main base there of SuperAfim. SuperAfim going to be taking down the palace over there as well. As Kvoth tries to get that back palace up to boot. We see the armory getting taken out. The villagers going to come through and actually start mining the home gold mine of Kvoth as more destroyers coming through. Potentially a base trade situation might be on the way here as the destroyer is going to start taking down that hometown center of SuperAfim. SuperAfim still with plenty of resources to the bank. Kvoth still sitting at full population. He's still putting raids on everywhere, still trying to get max value out of his Arcus as where are these destroyers going at this point, searching for something high value to take out. Obviously, a town center would be big value, but 4 destroyers, maybe not enough to actually finish off a town center anytime soon as these Arcus cleaning up units very nicely over here as the village is going to clean up that gold mine, finish that up very fast. We do see the Arcus dealing with the chariot archers nicely here as the village is going to come back up onto this position to grab this gold mine. Yet again, this town center producing more and more villagers. The thing is, every villager that SuperAfim loses here, he is simply put just rebuilding those villages. He is just rebuilding the villages. So he's losing villages as fast as he's rebuilding them. Sitting fairly steadily at 68 villages at this point as Kvoth is still trying to build more buildings over here, still trying to hold on, still trying to fight here as best as he can. He is putting good pressure onto this position. Where did those destroyers end up heading? I think they must have gotten dealt with somewhere as I don't see. Oh, they're coming back over here to help out in this fight. As Kvoth didn't want to be trying to cause any pressure anywhere else as the Arcus come back over here. Still going to continue to try and deal with SuperAfim's gold income there, but SuperAfim is still able to spam mercenary cavalry out. He is stretched thin on the economy though. He's spamming units. He's sitting at 123 of 145 population here. He's low on the population. Kvoth is winning on the population front here. He just needs to deal with the siege, deal with the mercenary, get his town center back. He's still good to go here in this game. SuperAfim, though, his market is over here. He doesn't have that market set up in the corner of the map to have that beautiful, beautiful trade route, but he does have a decent trade route at this position, and he is slowly getting that economy going so that he's not going to just lose to these consistent raids that Kvoth is doing. As we see another military barracks coming up on this position. Did we see some more farms getting set up all over the place? Yes, we've got a market coming up as well for Kvoth. He's got gold mines kind of position all over the map, but they are kind of getting drained out here as the army is slowly pushing back against Kvoth here, against SuperAfim. SuperAfim's slowly getting units pushed back up. The raids still coming in now. Medium Murmillo coming in now. These are Skin of the Rhino villages, and we will be seeing some more walls coming up finally there, and some destroyers coming into the main base for Kvoth. Is all over SuperAfim, but is he getting stretched thin too much? Is he too stretched thin, putting pressure, little bits of pressure all over the place as the army now pushes through, going to be taking out the chariot archers and everything else. Kvoth now just needs to get himself enough resources to get his town center back up, as SuperAfim has got no resources really left in the bank here. I mean, he's still doing nicely over here, getting some gold. The Arc is getting taken out. Units over here. He can sit the units kind of to break down the gate, send more units through, continue harassing that gold mine over there. It is 13 trade caravans for SuperAfim at this point, but it does look like the cavalry are able to push through here. And Kvoth is just not able to get this town center up. He's just sitting happily, well, not happily at 140 population, but that's all he has here. As the gate going to get broken down here, we do see SuperAfim attempting to rebuild this one, but the Arcus are in to push that back. Murmillo continuing to put pressure on in the main base. We do see the villagers getting pushed off of the farms over there as well, as SuperAfim pushing back in here is going to check on the town center, make sure that's not going up. But at this point, Kvoth still can't afford it. He's getting close to being able to afford it, but technically speaking, I think Kvoth would be better off placing like another palace here, maybe on this position, just to help him defend here, as the army is still coming through here. And Kvoth is right here that taking out these villages is what he needs to do. But I mean, he's got to be putting pressure on multiple different gold mines. See if maybe he could sneak a villager through to put up a palace over here as well. Wouldn't go astray, but he doesn't have the excess resources to make that happen. As a catapult coming through here, the priest's going to be able to do some good damage here, as we're now starting to see watchtowers coming in. SuperAfim is working it out. Not mercenaries, but towers. Towers last forever. There's no siege here for Kvoth at this point, as the pressure is kind of subsiding in a way. The village is getting pulled off of this gold mine. It's almost exposed as they're pushing up here, trying to get these towers up. But we'll see if those Arcus can hold on in this position. Right now, Atlas coming through for Kvoth. How did he get the resources there? That came out of nowhere. Somehow, Kvoth has managed to click up through Atlas. This is everything he needs. We remember this from the last game where SuperAfim's economy was so stretched thin, the implode pops down, no units remaining for SuperAfim. Things get very, very tough here. We'll see if he's going to be able to get there in time. He has to wait. It's a very, very long minute and a half. He has to wait here at this point, as the catapult's pushing through. The units not in position to defend here. The gold income for SuperAfim is only coming through trade at this point, and it's a very, very weak trade to boot, as units come through to grab the Hesperus tree, yet again stealing the Dryads away, but now underneath watchtowers and the palace. We'll see if Kvoth can hold here. 60%. He's got about 30 or maybe 20 seconds remaining here to wait before he can click implode. We'll see if SuperAfim is going to be able to grab this town. And he obviously has to kill off the military barracks, kill off the palace and everything else. The villagers coming through to try and take everything out as well. Going to use those to start shanking stuff down. Kvoth's still seeing 140 population here. Where are his units? They're kind of still pushing through here as the villagers come through to shank down the palace on this position here, as Kvoth, he is on the back foot 90% of the way through there for the Atlas. There are a couple of units sitting idly by, checking out the gold mines. There's no gold here. And there's the Atlas, there's the implode, gets dropped down onto this position. SuperAfim going to have to somehow retreat out of here, but he is going to drop down population. But we do see the palace falling in this one. But will the Migdol fall as well over here or not is the big question, as we see, look at the population dropping down to 93 here, as all of the units of SuperAfim are falling. We will be seeing Kvoth's units come over here and deal with this catapult, but now Kvoth still has to rebuild re-solidify his position over here. It's 15 camel caravans for SuperAfim. He's got no gold in the bank. He's going to be trying to rebuild his best as he possibly can. As Kvoth comes over here, do we see palace anywhere else on the map? He does have a palace over here. There could be some potential for fire siphon push in onto this town center as well. While this is all going on, we do see the town center getting thrown up as fast as it possibly can as catapult is queued, but he doesn't have the resources for it just yet, as the town center is going to get shot up incredibly fast. SuperAfim is at 115 of 125 population. This is why Kvoth is so absurdly good. Never say die attitude, ladies and gentlemen, as the Dryads coming through here to take out the laborers as best as they possibly can. He's going to clean up this Migdal stronghold on the front. Coinage coming through for Kvoth. He's starting the trade route as well, as he's about to get himself this town center, and that is going to be absolutely huge here. There's also destroyers to take down this town center as well, as SuperAfim has lost all grip on this game. He's about to lose this town center. We'll see, will there be any attempt at maybe trying to take out this location? No fire siphon coming through for Kvoth. Kvoth's economy is great. It's huge. He's having a great game right now to continue along here. We see the units piling up here. He can start taking down this town center if he so chooses, but checking out this gold mine, trying to prevent gold from getting grabbed. Not that important anymore. He has to have some sort of an inkling that there is kind of no gold getting grabbed, but he is going to be pushing forward. He is trying to keep his villages alive. There's no gold mines up the top here for Kvoth is actually the problem here. As the villagers get pushed back, Kvoth's going to be able to grab this gold mine. We see the units piling up over here for Kvoth as he's going to try and start taking that town center down here. And we'll see. I mean, technically speaking, I think that Kvoth can just send all the melee units up. And look at this side build coming in for Kvoth, as he is finally feeling like he's gotten a little bit of reprieve in this game. Now SuperAfim is realizing the game is not over. But guess what? Chariot archer raids, they don't work versus Gaia. Gaia trade route is too strong, 5.32 speed. These are the things you got to know. This is an Asian Mythology Titans exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. Channels plus coinage means that the llama caravans, they dodge the arrows there. That's going to be a lot of idle population getting spent here, not doing anything, as the military building is getting cleaned up for SuperAfim over here. The villagers get pushed off on that position as well. As do we have those fire siphon coming out? We've got another palace coming in here as Kvoth is slowly about to start strangle holding SuperAfim in this game. I feel like using Arcus onto buildings is not the best use of Kvoth's time, but we'll see how it's going to go. As now the units coming through here, we do see a palace getting shot up on this position, but will it go up in time? As the spearmen coming through, they spot this one, as we do see a handful of units coming over for Kvoth, as now SuperAfim is going to try and put the pressure onto Kvoth's trade route over here. The units coming through, and we see Kvoth spots exactly the same thing. He sees the trade route of SuperAfim. He snipes the priest here. The camel caravan's going to start getting sniped down. Both players, I mean, Kvoth still has gold remaining. That's the big thing. As this town center is going to start getting taken out, the Dryad pushes in, the units can push in as well. This is so much damage. Both players going to be feeling a lot of pain here, but here's the thing. Kvoth can change his trade route over to here if he so chooses. A couple of idle villages here for Kvoth to deal with as well, as the units coming over here to defend. We've got some Wadgets coming through. I mean, when desperation strikes here, why not build some Wadgets, mummies, and... Well, he doesn't have mummies. He could be building those... not necessarily mummies, but he could be building Avengers here if he so chose. A very, very useful unit in this game, as the Destroyers holding on here as best as they possibly can. The Palace looks like it will get up, but it will get immediately taken down here. But the units here taking out the villages of SuperAfim very, very fast. Still no units to come over and clean this up. The fire siphon's coming into the main town center of SuperAfim. We got the palace up. We'll see if SuperAfim's going to be able to pay attention to this. He's losing units in the middle of the map there. The champion Arcus taking these units out to boot. We do see the Contarius coming through to try and deal with this. These raids coming through here, is the market getting sniped down there as well. Meanwhile, over here, we do see some walls coming up to try and hold this position. Kvoth's late game is insane, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this raid onto this market there. Towers going up, walls going up. controlling that corner there incredibly nicely. The villagers over on this position for SuperAfim getting taken down to boot. We do see the fire siphon gets cleaned up. Still no fire siphon out of this position, as somehow, some way, SuperAfim has managed to hold on to this town center for way longer than I thought he would have. Now we see Avengers coming through, taking out the units in the middle of the base. This is what I said SuperAfim probably should have been doing instead of the Wadgets, because they are so obscenely strong here. But maybe we'll start seeing some sort of usage of the Stymphalian birds here from Kvoth moving forward as a counter to the Avengers, forcing out priests and all the other good stuff. But now we see that the trade route has been relocated away from this beautiful, beautiful side build of Kvoth. Now we see the fire siphon taking out this town center over here. The villagers are in place, and we'll see if Kvoth can manage to make this work or not. He has to retreat that fire siphon. We do see the mercenary coming through. Fortified town center with masons and sun-dried mudbrick is a tough thing to deal with, as SuperAfim getting himself champion spearman. The medium Kontara is going to be able to chase this down, deal with the raids that were coming through here. And it does look like to me that Kvoth has managed to maintain his control of the center for the time being, as a hero Kontara is coming in to deal with that Avenger there. Nice play. More fire siphon coming in. Those dryads don't cost population here, as the town center is going to get taken down. You do need to think about getting some sort of engineers here. But look at this. The gold mine's about to expire. There's no gold left on the map here. Kvoth needs he needs about 10 more llama caravans here, basically, as the villagers sitting idly into this town center is about to lose that. There is more Arcus coming into the middle to hold that middle there, and it looks like SuperAfim is going to be down to 2 town centers in this game. As the villagers pop out, I mean, they're going to maybe try and make a run for it, maybe try and get into the to the trade route yet again of Kvoth. I'd love to see Kvoth putting up a couple more markets over there and just making sure he's defended, as the army pushing through in the middle of the map here. But SuperAfim about to drop down in population, as I think Kvoth is going to be able to grab that town center at some point. Kvoth is utilizing all of his economy here as best as he possibly can. The walls are up over here. He's secured this position. There's only a little bit of gold left, though, as now the next danger is going to be coming here, and that is, can Kvoth manage to maintain population and secure his trade route? Because he needs to secure his trade route here in this game. Other questions are, can he put some pressure onto the trade route, potentially of SuperAfim, as he comes in with those fire siphon, potentially to take down the town center or something else. If the villagers do come through onto this position, the Kontara is going to be coming up over on there with the dryads and everything else to boot there, as the chariot archers getting cleaned up. And Kvoth, he's able to deal with those myth units beautiful with those hero arcs there, as everything else is holding in the middle. But we do see Kvoth slowly starting to lose ground over here, as he is putting the effort into grabbing this town center, which will allow him to restart his trade route going over the other way. But look at this. SuperAfim here, 31 camel caravans, 55 villagers here in this game, as the villagers do manage to sneak over here. There are a handful of units here to move over and take this out. But look, SuperAfim's got no gold at the moment. He's not empowering his market. This is Lama 101 here. You've got to be empowering that trade route. You lose out on 20%, 25% with the Pharaoh trade efficiency, which is a huge amount of gold that he is losing out on in this game. Mana is going to be falling here, as Kvoth is still getting pushed back. 160 population or 180 population is going to be a possibility here for Kvoth. He needs to rebuild that mana, though, as another palace is going to be coming up here. Do we see any sort of raids? Yes, we still got units just pushing in to the main base here, continuing to put pressure onto SuperAfim. SuperAfim going to be getting a siege works and going to start trying to pile some catapult in, taking Kvoth's town center out over there, as the more catapult pushing in to this position. Can Kvoth kind of solidify here, get up to his 180 population, or is it going to be too difficult given his llama caravan situation right now? We do see a watchtower over there, but it's not going to come up anytime soon. The villagers coming through here going to get denied. I'm not sure exactly what their plan is in the end here. The catapults are going to get taken down, but so too is the palace, as the Chariot Archers trying to make their way through. Ghost Buildings coming down for Kvoth desperately here as the Contarius chasing them away. Meanwhile, more units in onto this position here for Kvoth. Is he going to be able to put any pressure through there or not as the villagers try to make their way all the way around here? What is this Fire Siphon doing though? So villagers decide to shag that down. That's a good idea there. As the Chariot Archers coming up onto this position over here. Meanwhile, units still sitting pretty in the middle here as Kvoth is now at his 180 of 180 population here. What can SuperAfim do? Maybe wonder. He doesn't have the favor. He doesn't have the economy to get a wonder out here in this game. Meanwhile, Kvoth here is mining into the middle of this oasis. They could actually make a movement through here as well, as the Ark is going to come through and still try and raid SuperAfim's economy even more in this game as the tower does come up. But Kvoth here, he can just simply move the trade route. It doesn't matter. He can come over onto this town center. It's effectively exactly the same distance here as the Ark is coming through. You're going to be able to snipe down the Wajik, potentially snipe down the Pharaoh as well there. But the tower gets taken down. Another tower going to be getting put up over on this position. Does he have crenellations at the very least? He doesn't even have crenellations. So funnily enough, the tower actually doesn't even stop any of the trade route at this point without getting crenellations. That tower misses those llama caravans as the army's still sitting in the middle here. We will be seeing the walls getting broken down as SuperAfim is desperately trying to push through onto this position here to put some pressure onto this town center here as Kvoth is kind of sitting a little bit idle. In these late game situations, the brain lapses are real. You have to stay fully focused for the entirety of the game. As the units come through here, they will see these villagers attempting to shoot up a palace, going straight after the town center. It's got itself masons. There is no, what's the special upgrade here? He hasn't managed to get himself, what is it? It's Titan Shield. Titan Shield is such a big upgrade for an Atlas user, but Kvoth hasn't got it just yet as the army coming around here. A little bit delayed, but the medium Contarius are onto the right position here as Titan Shield Architects is coming through. Kvoth has recognized it here in this game, but the town center is going to be going down very, very fast while those technologies, are going to be coming in. The units are a little bit slow to get into position here as the town center are going down very fast. We see some villagers coming through onto this position, but the town center, the military barracks, everything too strong here. We see Siege Works coming up over on that position. It's a bit of a sneaky play here. He did have a Siege Works over here, but just nothing coming up just yet as the Ark is going to be able to clean that up. The units managing to deal with all of that as the Chariot Archer is going for a raid up into the top position. Yet again, Town Center lives, and now the strength of the Gaia late game is here. He's got the trade route set up. He's got channels. He's got Titan Shield. He's got architects. He's got fortified towns. He's got 180 population. His economy is gigantic with 29 llama caravans as we see some walls coming up over here for SuperAfim. Secrets of the Titans coming through for Kvoth to boot here as there's no way that SuperAfim is going to be able to get a Titan out here anytime soon. You try to put the walls up, but with the Gaia Lush, it's a little bit too challenging there as the Murmillo coming in onto this position to take down these catapult, the palace over here getting taken down, but the villagers coming through here, the units pushing through to come in onto the trade route as he's going to be able to deny the trade route of SuperAfim for a little bit. But will this be a slight misplay here from Kvoth, because while he's going to be able to deal with this trade route, he will be giving the potential to lose this town center here. Though I mean, he can just continue to take out catapult. I guess there's plenty of there's plenty of buildings over here to boot, but there's a lot of population to get pushed into this position over here. As the camel caravans are going to get taken down. The marker gets deleted. There's another marker going to have to get rebuilt somewhere else. Remember, there were these towers still put up over there as this trade route going to go taken out. Palace coming down on this position to start putting a sort of a stranglehold onto SuperAfim as the villagers moving around trying to make their way through. Amygdala struggled. He's found a position for it within all of the Gaia Lush as the catapult trying to take down the palace on this position here. We will be seeing more and more units coming through here. There's the Titan Gate coming in for Kvoth. Is he going to even place it down? He's got the resources. He's got more than enough resources. Places it down right in the back of his base. Not going to play with any fire here as more palace coming up in this position to cut trade routes of Kvoth, but the catapult now targeting down the town center. And in that moment, 43 minutes into this game, SuperAfim taps out. How Kvoth managed to bring this back in is a testament to Kvoth's never say die, never surrender attitude. This is what peak Age of Mythology is, ladies and gentlemen. Kvoth is an absolute madman with the raids. He didn't let SuperAfim breathe for a minute here. SuperAfim had an absolute winning position by any stretch of the definition. He had a winning position. He had Kvoth on 2 town centers. He was on 3 town centers to 2 town centers for so long. He destroyed all of the buildings around this location, but Kvoth just never let SuperAfim have a breath of air in this game, and he just could not manage to stabilize. Kvoth managed to somehow, some way get to the Mythic Age. I don't know how he did it, but he managed to get to the Mythic Age. He managed to hold, and he managed to pull his way back into this game, and then he just showed how good his late game is in this, when he kind of solidified his position. He just knows how to control the game. Incredibly well played by Kvoth. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, remember, Gaia number 1, 100% win rate in this tournament thus far. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.